Welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. Paul joined by Robert Ziggy Ziegler at the University of Virginia. And it's funny, Ziggy, I signed off the Packers video today, their reaction to their win over the Jaguars, and said, barring anything crazy, we'll just go tomorrow with Jack and Ziggy. We'll be back, the full crew. And boy, I mean, boy howdy.
You got something crazy, Paul.
There was ever a time to use boy howdy. Watching the end of that Bears-Commanders game was just unbelievable. The Jayden Daniels heave to the end zone. Noah Brown comes away with the touchdown off the tip, 18-15. The Commanders beat the Bears. And it's funny, as much as we dislike the Bears on this show as NFC North fans, like there's something about this team. It's probably Jack hating Caleb Williams so much that almost makes me feel a little sympathetic towards them at times. And our friend Weston Dale, a huge Bears fan. We know a lot of people who are Bears fans. And this is just, I mean, an ugly, ugly game in Washington the entire day. You take the lead so late. I mean, amazing drive from Caleb to essentially win the game, and to lose this game. You know, you would have been 5-2 in Chicago off a win against the Commanders, who have been red hot all year. Caleb beats Jayden Daniels. Like, this win would have been so amazing to have for them, and it is pretty funny. I mean, as a Vikings fan, I still find joy in things like this. But to see the end of this game and Caleb Williams reacting on the sideline, it is, I feel bad for the Bears, but it's also just hysterical. Would you agree?
Oh, it is. It's it's the most Bears thing, right? Like the Bears and the Vikings, we have something in common in the way we get let down. Obviously, you know, the Vikings have it worse naturally, but yes, it's tough to watch this happen. Like this, didn't this just feel like something that could happen to us? Like, you struggle 3 quarters. You look terrible. Finally, things start clicking. DeAndre Swift and Roshan Johnson get going. The game's over. It's wrapped up. Opponent's injured quarterback on their third or fourth left tackle just heaves the ball downfield. Game over.
Not only, and it wasn't only that it was, a Hail Mary. It's just the entirety of it, with the tip and the guy, of course, wide open. Why would you not have someone defending all the way back? It just made complete sense to happen to the Bears. And hey, guys, we get it. Bears fans who are going to watch this. I doubt Bears fans are going to watch this, because I'd be so pissed off to lose a game like that. But we get it. I mean, as Vikings fans, we also live in the miserable world of football, that side of the world. And I mean, look, here's what I did want to say, though, about the game, because it's easy to just make fun of the Bears, and we have a lot of fun doing that. But I will say, I thought, for as difficult of a watch as that game was for Chicago through 3 quarters, I thought the fourth quarter Caleb Williams was really, really good. And I know that you're just going to say, hey, this is a full game. But the fourth quarter Caleb, those 2 drives where they fumbled on the goal line and then to take the lead and get the 2-point conversion, I thought that's the guy you're waiting for. That's the number 1 pick in the draft. It sucks to lose like this. It really, really does. But if you're going to look big picture, I mean, Caleb was elite in the fourth quarter of this game on the road against a really good team. And I think that's where you have to try and find that as the takeaway.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll say this much too. Caleb Williams was really not helped by the Bears' offensive line this game. It felt like any time they were about to get something going earlier on in the game, you got a false start or an illegal formation, like some penalty going awry. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I'll say the thing you told me I was going to say and shouldn't say. You need to see more from Caleb Williams. I think we will see it, right? We saw in the past couple of games, he can put full games together. And as you said, the fourth quarter showed why he's so good. But Jayden Daniels got the win. He was clearly the better quarterback today, even though he was playing through injury, even with the injuries on the Commanders. So I'm giving more credit to Washington than the Bears for this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and they should. I mean, Washington ultimately, they were the better team for most of the day. And they come away with the win. Man, I'm just watching a highlight of it right now. It's just such a devastating way to lose. All I was saying is just that I do think Caleb Williams at the end played well in this game. So there are some positive takeaways for the Bears. But
the other positive takeaway is that defense.
Yeah,
it remains legit.
And hey, look, I know Jayden Daniels was injured coming into this one, but still, that's been an offense that's lit up a lot of people this year. And to hold them to 12 points, basically, I'm not going to punish them too much for the Hail Mary. It's a fluke play. But to slow down this Washington attack that has just been so good. Yeah, the Bears are a very good football team. Let me ask you this, Ziggy. At 4-3 right now, watching them today, obviously today they didn't look like the offense was not good most of the day. But watching this game, do you think that Chicago, like they're a real wild card playoff threat? I think. I really think they are.
I mean, I think they have a chance of making the wild card. I think that's right.
But
Are they a threat?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing, and we said this in our preview too. This Bears team and Caleb Williams in particular are so reliant on DeAndre Swift. Like when that guy is on, the offense is good. When that guy is off, the offense just isn't. And I mean, you saw it, right? Their best play of the game was a 56-yard touchdown run from DeAndre Swift. I'm not saying that's a terrible thing, but for a team, I think this Bears team has a real chance of making the playoffs. They've got an easy schedule coming up, relatively speaking, mostly against some of the NFC North teams that will be their contenders. So if they can beat the Packers or beat the Vikings, I think they're in a good spot. They get to play the Seahawks. They get to play the Cardinals. Like a lot of those teams, they're trying to sneak into the NFC playoff picture. But they need, I said it earlier, they need more from Caleb Williams. They can't have this offense be entirely reliant on DeAndre Swift. He's a good player. He's a very good player. But DeAndre Swift's not enough to take this offense into the playoffs.
Yeah, today 18 carries, 129 yards, a touchdown. The impact the running backs have made in the NFC, the new additions, especially in the NFC North, between Aaron Jones, DeAndre Swift, and Josh Jacobs to each of these teams. The people make fun of the running back position a lot, but I think this year you're seeing a lot of high impact. Like Derrick Henry in Baltimore, the absence of McCaffrey. Like this is Detroit's two-headed attack. And DeAndre Swift's just another guy who's been a perfect fit for his new team. I also don't want to make it sound like I'm not praising Caleb after going 10 for 24 for 131 yards. I'm just saying that the fourth quarter performance was very good, and you're trying to find a silver lining for Bears fans here.
I mean, you are. It's okay.
Well, I'm trying to help them find a silver lining. Like he played really well in the fourth, but yeah, you got to be better throughout. As far as the Commanders go, what an awesome feeling when you have wins like that. I've seen a couple Hail Marys. I'm thinking the Brett Favre, Greg Lewis one against the 49ers. And I guess obviously, and I'm looking at a picture of it right here, the Diggs miracle catch. Like those feelings are just so amazing. And on a day where Philly looked so really good against the Bengals, to just get a win, it doesn't matter how, just get a win any way you can. To go to 6-2 on the season, Jayden was banged up. Huge for the Commanders, just absolutely huge. As Ziggy's bandwidth drops on his internet connection, as long as we can hear you, I think we can hear you.
We're talking about the Commanders. Can we hear me?
We can hear you. We're good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a long day, but as we're talking about the Commanders, I think inside the building, they feel like this is sort of a magical season, and magical moments like this further that feeling.
Hey,
and look, here's what's up. Yeah, I'm back. Here's what's up. You're playing the Giants next week. After that, you're hosting the Steelers. Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, when they're 8-2 in Philadelphia, playing a game probably for the NFC East, I think you have to look at this Commanders team and say they're the favorites to win the division. It's felt like everything has gone right for them this season. And this is just another one of those moments. That's what Jim Nantz said. He said the magic continues in Washington. And there were some people, I actually knew a few people who were high on the Commanders coming into the year. And there were all these additions to their team that you said, if it works out, yeah, but do you really believe in Jayden Daniels' rookie season? Like some people did, but most people did not see anything like this coming. And sometimes you just have those years where everything goes your way. And it's awesome. Like the Commanders fans should be loving the hell out of this. Like this team is so much fun to watch, and it's such a special season at the moment. And you're 6-2. Like it's not just that you're playing really good football. Like you're 6-2, winning the division halfway through the year. Like you're a legitimate Super Bowl threat. I mean, I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. Like they've played really well. Do I think they win the Super Bowl? Probably not. Do I think they get there? Probably not. Super Bowl threat's a little bit much, I think.
Maybe it's a little bit much, but it's like at 6-2 halfway through the year, that can be on your mind. You're not, if you're a Washington fan, it's not crazy. You're probably going to get yourself hurt, but it's not crazy to think, wow, this team, like, I just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Like seasons like this don't come around often.
Yeah, if there's like any fan base that's due for something to be good happen to them, it has to be the Commanders, right?
Yeah, they've been one of the most tortured fan bases of my lifetime, easily. Like our lifetime, yeah. The Commanders are up there. The Lions, like all the teams, a lot of the teams that have stunk are playing well right now. So, all right, we'll wrap it up before Ziggy's Wi-Fi goes out again here. So the Bears 18-15. It's been a long weekend for Ziggy and I. Bears 18-15 lost to the Commanders on a Hail Mary. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. We'll see you soon.